we should have control on our desires and passions. Otherwise, too much desires and passions can cause destruction. It can bring unhappiness, sorrowful ideas in our mind, negative ideas in our mind, and the world or things can be destroyed. Here, so we should have control on our passions and desires. This is the suggestion or the idea which the writer wants to give through these two metaphors, fire and ice. What do you mean by these two words? Yes?
Fire means our desires and ice means jealousy or hatred.
Jealousy, hatred, indifferent attitude towards others that cause hatred. जब हम किसी की बातों में इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते या we don't have any good relations with others that cause hatred and jealousy. That is ice. And fire means desires and passions, greed. Clear? Yes. What poetic devices are used in the poem? Which poetic devices are used? Can you tell the rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme used in the first stanza?
A, B, and C, D.
Fire, desire, fire.
Ice,
How can you say C?
fire, desire,
Again fire.
fire, and ice twice. Then ice, then again ice. Then hate is with great, and the previous ice is with suffice.
Give the alphabets. How will you write if the rhyme scheme is asked? You will not write the words. This is for your understanding. Go according to the stanza, not for the whole poem. Take first stanza only. Fire, desire, fire. These three lines, last words are rhyming,
Yes.
and second line has different.
Yes.
So what will be written? A, B, A. Clear? First, third and fourth line are same. So A, B, A. Clear?
Yes.
Then go for the second stanza.
C, D, C, D, C.
First line, first के accordingly match करो.
Then
वहाँ था
B.
fire, desire, fire. अब फिर यहाँ क्या ले रहे हो? Twice, ice. उसमें second line थी ice. First
Yes.
stanza, second line ice. वहाँ हमने क्या दिया था? B.
D,
And go accordingly.
D, C, B, B, A, B.
Ice, twice, again ice, last word suffice. These all lines have B. Clear? And twice and hate and great. This will take C. If we talk about the whole poem. If we take it stanza wise, only for the second stanza you go, then twice, ice, suffice, A, hate and great, B. Clear? In both ways you should know. Because these are very small poems. If they give the complete poem, then also you should be able to write, and if you are getting one stanza, accordingly you can write. Okay? Yes, next. Any other poetic device used?
In first line, some say,
What is it called? When two or more than two lines have the same word used consecutively in the beginning, what is it called? Repetition of the word, what is it called? This is anaphora. What is it called? Anaphora. Please note down. Some say. Again, second line, some say. When there is repetition of the word or the expressions at the start of two or more consecutive lines. This is known as anaphora. Anything else? Any other poetic device used? No? Yes, last.
Other than anaphora, there is imagery, personification, enjambment, alliteration, and assonance.
Give the examples.
For example, in assonance, in the line, I hold with those who favor fire.
Yes.
The sound
Fourth line. I hold with those who favor fire. Please note down in your books and try to revise it again if you don't know. I hold with those. O sound is there. That is vowel sound. When the vowel sound is repeated, that is assonance. A-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. Assonance. I hold with those. Hold और those में O की sound repeat हो रही है, vowel sound repeat हो रही है. This is assonance. Yes.
And then in alliteration, favor fire. The sound
Alliteration,
is-
favor, fire, F sound, consonant sound repeated.
Then,
Some say word will. 3 examples of alliteration.
then in imagery, the words fire and ice.
Fire and ice can be images, it can be called as metaphors, it can be called as symbols. तीनों forms में से कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है? Then
Then in enjambment, the sentences are continuing without any punctuation.
yes, enjambment, that is in the first stanza also, last 2 lines. First line, third line continued in the fourth without any punctuation mark. Then in the last stanza, second stanza, last 4 lines. Last 4 lines, no punctuation mark in between used. So this is enjambment. Yes. Anything else?
Personification.
How?
Mm.
Personification is also used in the poem. How?
By giving human qualities to fire and ice.
Yes. In this poem, fire and ice are presented or given with the human qualities. Non-living, inanimated things are given the human qualities. What quality is given? That they can destroy anything. Fire and ice can cause destruction. So human qualities are given to these inanimated things. Fire and ice, which are non-living, inanimated, but they are doing the actions like human beings. Clear? Is it clear now? All the poetic devices which we have discussed. Now anyone who will give the summary of the poem. Gulin, can you explain?
Ma'am, poet says here that some say that the world will end in fire, that is a desire of getting something, and some support that the world will end with hatred. But the poet supports the ones who say that the world will end in desire because he thinks, according to him, that it is more destructive. But he thinks that if the world had to perish twice, that is, if it has to destroy for the second time, that then ice, that is hatred, would also be enough.
Yes. Clear? Summary of the poem is clear. When you are to write in the long form question with summary, you can mention about the theme or the idea that is conveyed. Symbolic meaning of the words fire and ice can also be explained to make it as a long question. Okay? Yes, next one. According to the first stanza, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. What do some people say?
That world will end in fire.
That this existing world will end in fire. What do others say?
That world will end in ice.
Yes, the world will end with ice. What has the poet tasted? What has the poet tasted?
Poet has tasted a desire.
The poet has tasted the passions or the pangs of love and desire. Whom does the poet support? Whom does the poet support?
Poet supported those who are in favor of fire.
The poet supported or stands with those who believe that this world will end in fire. Next one. According to the second stanza, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. According to these lines, what has to perish twice? What has to perish twice? इस चीज की बात हो रही है बेटा सारी पोएम में? किस चीज को वो कह रहा है खत्म हो जाएगी? The word has to perish twice. What does the poet know enough? What does the poet know enough? Enough of hatred. It as a verb नहीं आएगा. Change it into the form of noun. What is also great for destruction? Hatred. Ice इसको रेफर कर रही है. Hatred that is born out of icy reasoning, indifferent attitude is also great for destruction. Clear? What does ice refers to? Symbolic meaning of this word ice? Cold reasoning, devoid of all human warmth and love. No feelings, no attachments, no relations with others. When we are devoid of these type of feelings, that is symbolic of ice. Clear? Any doubt for this poem now? Clear? Come to chapter 5. The 100 Dresses, part 1. What is the idea conveyed through this story by the writer? Ms. Karan?
The idea conveyed through this story is we should not bully or tease anyone based on his or her appearance, family conditions, or color or race.
Yes. And this story is the real life experience of the writer. She has experienced this in her real life and she felt guilty for not able to defend that girl. That's why she wants to confess by writing this story. She wants to confess her guilt कि उससे जो गलती हुई है उसको वो confess करना चाहती थी इस story को लिखकर, and to teach lesson to others not to bully anyone and not to bear any injustice. Please open. Clear? This is the idea of the theme through which the story is written. Now we'll read passage one by one. Yes, passage one.
Today, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat, but nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Usually, Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the room, in room 13. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat. The corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor.
Why was Wanda Petronsky not in her seat?
She was absent.
Because she was absent. Who were Peggy and Madeline?
Her friends, Wanda always believed that Peggy and Maddie were her friends, but Peggy and Madeline didn't feel a
Too
friend.
much explanation is not required. Answer in single line that they were. We are talking about Peggy and Madeline. Don't involve Wanda here. Peggy and Madeline were close friends and classmates. Clear? Where did Wanda usually sit in the class?
The last seat.
In the seat next to the
Last
last
seat.
seat in the last row. What kind of boys sat in that corner?
Rough boys who did not score good
Rough
marks.
boys who did not get good marks. Sit down. And so next, read the next passage. Wanda did not sit there.
Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On contrary, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. And anybody had ever heard her laugh out loud. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all.
Why did Wanda sit in the seat next to the last seat in the last row?
Wanda sat on the seat next to the last seat in the last row because she was very quiet.
From where did she come? From which area?
From Bogin's height.
Inside. What type of area was that?
It was muddy area.
This was the reason. This was the reason which is not mentioned in these lines, but you have to link it with the idea. that she might be sitting there. This was her own thought because her feet were usually covered with dry mud because of that locality where she lived. Okay. What kind of a girl was Vanda?
She was very quiet girl.
Quiet, and she rarely said anything at all. Did anybody hear her laugh?
No.
No. Did she have any close friends in the class to talk with? No, she did not have any close friends. So now next one. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, last passage on the same page.
But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children, who got good marks and who didn't crack in a whole lot of mud,
Better take the book in your hand. Stand properly. इतना distance मत दिया करो, eyes के ऊपर strain पड़ता है.
did notice that Wanda wasn't there. Peggy was the most popular in school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes and her hair was curly. Maddie was her closest friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to the school. They had waited for Wanda to have some fun with her, and she didn't have. She just hadn't
had
come.
not come.
They often waited for Wanda Petronsky to have fun with her.
Did Brenda come to school the day before Wednesday?
Yes.
No. See the lines carefully. No, Venda had been absent from the school for the last 3 days. What did they notice?
She was absent and there was nobody.
That she was not there in her seat. How was Peggy? How was Peggy?
Peggy was feeling the absence of Wanda because
What
She
type
made-
of a girl was she?
she was the most popular girl in the school and she wanted to make fun of Wanda.
She was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty,
Pretty,
had
had
many
curly
clothes
hair.
and curly hair. How did Maddie make fun of Vanda?
Maddie made fun of Wanda by from where his
By asking how many dresses she had. This was a question which she used to ask her again and again. Anji, next. Read the next lines. Vanda Petronsky. Yes, beta, last one. On page 65. Starting. Vanda Petronsky. Most of the children in the room.
Vanda Petrosky, most of the children in the room particular have names like that. They had names easy to say like Thomas, Smith or Aaron. There was one boy named Bounce, Billy Bounce, and people thought it was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petrosky was.
Who was Vanda Petronsky?
She was a student of room 13.
Student who sat in room number 13. Where did she live?
She lived in the
What was the name of that place we have just discussed? This Karan has just told. Goggins Heights. She lived in Goggins Heights. What did people think about Willie Bounce?
they thought Billy Bounce had a funny name. It was funny to pronounce.
People thought that Willie Bounce's name was quite funny. How was Willie Bounce different from Vanda Petronsky?
As Billy Bounce was, as people thought Billy Bounce was kind of funny to pronounce, but not Vanda Petrosky because it was a hard name to pronounce.
Willie Bounce's name was not as funny as that of Vanda Petronsky. Okay, sit down. Anji, first one this side. Vanda did not have any friends. Same page, next paragraph.
Wanda did not have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that does not hang right. It was clean, but it looked as it had never been ironed properly. She did not surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls playing hopscotch on the worn hard ground.
Why do you think Venda did not have any friend?
Because she did not have too many books.
Too many clothes की वजह से friends बनते हैं. Because she was a poor girl and she had inferiority complex. उसमें एक complex था, अपने आप को inferior समझती थी दूसरों से. That's why she did not mix with others. How did she come to school and go home?
She always come to school alone.
She came to school and went home alone. Why did she always wear a faded blue dress?
She always
Because she was a poor girl and she did not have more dresses. How did she stand on the warm hard ground? Single line को आप इंग्लिश में नहीं convert कर सकते, देखो. Very simple line that she did not have any other dress. Why did she stand on the warm hard ground? What she
the
used to-
girls surrounded her in the school.
What did she do standing there?
She watching the girls play hopscotch.
Yes, she stood there watching the little girls play hopscotch on the warm hard ground. Yes, next one. Peggy was not really cruel. Page 66. End में आ जाओ. Second last passage on page 66. Peggy was not really cruel.
Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Vanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Else why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry.
Why do you think Venda always told a lie that she had 100 dresses? Yes? Why did she tell this lie every time?
Anybody couldn't tell that it was a lie.
It was?
A lie.
Why she told that lie?
तो बता नहीं सकता कि वो lie.
How is it possible? How is it possible? Or do you think that it was a lie? Understand the question carefully. She thought that if she told them that she was poor and she had only one dress, they would look down upon her. They would not like her. If anybody called her cruel for treating Vanda badly, how did Peggy feel? How did Peggy feel for that? She felt very much surprised. What did Peggy think about Vanda? What did Peggy think about Vanda?
She protected small children from bullies.
What did she think about Vanda? She thought that Vanda was telling lies, that she had 100 dresses. According to the children, what sort of name did Vanda have? What do the children of the class, of the students in the class, consider her name? That it was very difficult to pronounce and a funny name. Sit down, beta, read carefully. She pictured herself in the schoolyard. Next page, ending lines. Fifth line from the downwards. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target.
She pictured herself in a schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one set of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimming so no one in the room should 13 would recognize it.
How would Maddie become a new target for Peggy and other girls?
Because Maddie had worn Maggie's old one.
बेटा वो उसकी टारगेट कैसे बन जाएगी दोबारा? तो कैसे उसको लग रहा था कि she would become the next target?
Because she was wearing Wanda's old dress, she thought that girl would take her.
If Maddie told Peggy not to make fun of Wanda, उसके मन में क्या आ रहा है कि अगर वो उसको मना करेगी ऐसा करने के लिए, then she would become her next target. Yeah? What could Peggy ask her? What could Peggy ask her? क्या उसके माइंड में आ रहा है? उससे क्या पूछ सकती थी? अगर वो उसको रोकती है कि आप वेंडा को परेशान नहीं करो, तो उसको लग रहा है ना कि वो नेक्स्ट टारगेट बन जाएगी। तो उसके माइंड में क्या आ रहा है कि वो उसको क्या पूछ सकती थी? She could ask about the dresses which she was wearing. Why did Maddie wear Peggy's old clothes? क्यों पहनती थी वो उसके पुराने कपड़े? Very simple questions, beta. Because she was a poor girl. And what did Maddie's mother do and why?
Maggie's mother bring Wanda's clothes.
Try to disguise the old dresses with new trimmings so that no one in the room 13 would recognize it.